Yes, y'all. Sunday night final order cutoffs, and we are kicking it here in the Studio Maximus, and I am the Ultra Maximus. And I want to give a shout out to Mighty Mel V for sharing a post today. We are at 944 subscribers on the channel. I hope you all are ready, because as soon as we can hit that 1,000, I get that nice little notification email from YouTube. I get to give away this thing I got called the Ultra Box, taking up way too much space in my house. So let's get on that and make sure you're sharing this amongst friends. And of course, here is the Ultra Box. It is an amazing giveaway, and if you don't know what's in it, well, there's a little video that's on this channel that you can go and find with this little logo right here. This is the thumbnail for it, but that's not even going to give you all the details of everything that's inside of it, because I kept some secret, because of course I need a little bit of mystery to it. But also we got Mr. Herd S. Eric in the chat, or Eric S. Herd, as he goes by on YouTube, but you can find him at Herd S. Eric on IG. Hit my man up for some logo work. Does amazing stuff. Did the logo here, and of course for Mama Comic and Drunken Chat, and of course he's working with Mel on Melcast. So just a way to sponsor another member of the community, man. And of course, don't forget the wonderful tunes you're listening to are provided by Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. And Carl Casey has a subscription that you can do over here on YouTube, but you can also find him on Spotify. You can also find him at whitebataudio.com. Make sure to hit him up. Hit him up. Hit him up. And of course, Comic Barricade, if you don't know what Comic Barricade is, that picture on the left shows you what it does. Inside of a not quite full comic box, of course, you run the risk of books sliding, falling, folding over, taking your near mint 9.8 candidate down to a 7.5 real quick with a stroke of bad luck. So you don't want that to happen. So utilizing the Comic Barricade will keep them upright in the box. And let me tell you, if you're organizing a collection, there is nothing better than using that. And please make sure to check out our guys over there. If you do place an order, use the code ULTRA, get you a 10% off code. And of course, wantedcomics.com. Can't say enough about Drew and the crew over there. Just dropping good exclusives, but also got back issues. Check out his eBay store. Check out his website. Good person in the community. And of course, I want to give a big shout out to Thunder. I appreciate you, man. And of course, everybody else, there was no super chat on this channel active until we reached that 1,000 subscriber mark. But if you do feel like you want to donate to the journalistic endeavor that is the Ultra Maximus channel, and keeping me, tipped up, just enough maybe to get some bags and boards every now and then, that would be great. And I appreciate it very much. But it is, again, not required, although humbly appreciated when you guys do stuff like that for me. But let's also talk about the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix. And of course, if you didn't catch the last one, of course, I drop, clues of Marvel zombies, and then, of course, everybody's talking about zombies. So I guess we must be on the right track, right? And Ultra Maximus presents the Legacy Second Print Homage Variants, except Thanos 13, is another video that is criminally underviewed on this channel. Make sure you are sharing that with your comic book friends, your comic book stores. Of course, after you go raid in the back issue bins and find your own second prints, because some of these books I know, like, you guys know that I don't really like second prints a whole lot, but this is like one of the exceptions that I made to the game. So other prints can be cool when they're not just dull. And but anyway, the hip hop variant list is also another one that is criminally underviewed, and the whole hip hop variant platinum list is all of the Marvel hip hop variants and the covers they homage. Big things there. And of course, the other Raw reports. I haven't done a pickup video in a while, but you know what? I think it's going to be time here soon to do a new pickups and mail drops. But of course, this is the time where I'm going to ask you guys to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. 944 at the start of the show. We're going to see where we're at the end of the show, and maybe we'll do a giveaway if we hit something. But click that notification bell for notifications. Make sure you are liking and sharing the video. And if you're watching this thing on the rewind, make sure to leave me a comment. You help me break the YouTube algorithms, and I graciously appreciate all that you guys do for this channel and for your host, Ultra Maximus, here. And let's get this show cracking here. So it is 10:50 p.m. on the East Coast. I am in the Studio Maximus. I hope y'all are doing well, and let's get this thing doing. Yeah, I tried to do that too, you know what I'm saying? But thank you, Manny. I appreciate you, man. You're one of the people that's always got my back, man. No matter where, when you know, how many months later the stuff seems to pop up. But this is the secret variant, so we're not really talking about a whole lot of spec here, but there may be some spec opportunities, and that means there's also going to be some spoilerific things. Of course, I'm going to be showing you guys covers of books that are coming out in approximately 3 weeks, and I say approximately because some of the things on here, you know, delays and such, but we got a majority of the books that are due on final orders tomorrow at 9/6. Some of the books are, of course, were already due you'll see what I'm talking about there with DC, but let's get into it. The first publisher up, Bigfoot Frankenstein #1. So this is from Action Lab. Now Action Lab has their zombie tramp side with their risque covers and stuff like that, but then the blue label Action Lab tends to have more toned down stuff. So Bigfoot Frankenstein, there you go. That's your first one from Action Lab. And then Aftershock, Shattering Your Expectations. These must be oversized books because of how big the pictures were compared to the other ones. So it took up more space when I was prepping the slide. So it being a one-shot also. 10 Years to the Death, one-shot, cover A. Wanna bet? 10 Years to the Death, one-shot, cover C. But you know what? They did not show me a cover B, and I looked for it. It was very weird. Out of Body #4. Silver City #5. And also want to give a shout out to Eric Hurd on this one too, if you guys didn't know. Eric's first variant cover, I believe it was your first, right, Eric? Did the Silver City Beastie Boys homage. That was just such a sick variant. And you guys know I'm not real big on store exclusives unless the covers are fire, but that one's fire. I gotta read Silver City all the way through now and see how it does. American Mythology Productions, Living Corpse Relics #3, Encore Edition, and then the Encore Edition Limited Edition Black and White, which I can only assume the Encore Edition is going to look a little something like that. Willy's Wonderworld, or Willy's Wonderland, prequel #1. So this is, there's some interesting stuff there. That dude's spine is still attached to his head, which got ripped off. Okay. And then here we go with the kids at the pizza party. You guys remember those pizza parties? I forget. I actually went to one of them too. I can't remember the name of it. But and then there's this one, Willy's Wonderland prequel #1, cover C. This is the Slashing Time limited edition. Don't know what's going on here, but here's your blank sketch variant for that one. And then we move on to Zorro Flights #1, cover A by Martinez. Zorro Flights #1, cover B with your photo variant from the TV show. And shout out to Nick at Night for introducing me to Zorro. Zorro's Flights #1, cover C. And then we got the cover D, which is the limited edition photo variant. And of course you got your blank sketch. That's going to wrap it up for them. World of Archie Jumbo Comics Digest #113. And of course, this continues on with more of the Halloween themed stuff. So my wife is totally, Halloween's her favorite holiday by far, you know, and I can't knock it for whatever. It's perfect. She likes Halloween stuff. Dynamic Forces. Dynamic Forces giving us Batman Black and White Momoko variant. Tinian signed. So, I don't know if this is a brand new cover, but I think it might actually be a brand new cover, which is the reason why I threw this on here, because I totally avoid most Dynamic Forces books, since they're just a regular version that is signed. And I know most of you guys like to get your stuff yellow labeled versus either red labeled or green labeled when it comes to grading signed books. So, this one right here is your opportunity, but it's a Talia al Ghul cover. So, just at least wanted to throw that one out there for all my Talia fans. Humanoids. Now, unfortunately, they did not have cover art available, but Space Bastards #8 is on final order cutoff. Next up, we've got Scout Comics. Now, this is the final orders are going to be due 9/12, so next Sunday on these books. And here we've got Gods of Brutality #2, and then your 10-copy incentive or your unlockable variant for that one. A lot of bug brutality on there, huh? The Lunar Ladies #2. And then we've got Swamp Dogs, House of Crows. Okay. And then your 10-copy Solo Macelo Unlockable. You know, figure drawing, everybody collects what they like, man. I know Dave Collects is all about her, so that's his flavor. But yeah, you know, if she's got a lot of covers out, man, that some of them she could have, I think, invested a little bit more time in. And then she's got other ones that she does an expansive background on, and they look fuego. Like, super fuego. Like, I gotta admit, that Avengers She-Hulk that she did was probably one of her better ones. And even though it has a white background with a little bit of the design, you know what I mean? Awesome Sauce Radio in the house, and if you guys don't know about Awesome Sauce Radio, this is Blind Adam, the man, the myth, the legend, the comic pimp, also the man from Howard Stern. So make sure you're following him and his podcast that comes on before the presser does on Wednesdays. But the final orders cut off for the Scout comics that I'm about to show you here expired today. So if you didn't see these on the previous episode of the Secret Variant, I'm sorry you missed out, but welcome to the Secret Variant, and this is a final order cutoff show. So we try to give you guys the edge when it comes to ordering these things, but Cherry Blackbird, number 3 of 5 also, after your Broken Souls Ballad, number 4 of 4. And then we've got the Electric Black, the Dark Caravan, number 1. We Don't Kill Spiders, number 1, second printing. And then White Ash, the Legendary Edition. I think the Legendary Editions are like the huge, like, artist proof size. So if you're down for that, pretty good stuff. You guys might have nabbed some pretty cool things. And then Scoot also had a book that was on final order cutoff. Now these were on 9/2 because of the Labor Day weekend. So they actually closed on all these orders last Thursday, which is like really, really mean of DC and Lunar to do. But Ninja Scouts, number 1 is your Scoot book that went on final order cutoff. All right, up next is Second Sight Publishing, and then we've got Blood, Skulls, and Chrome, number 3, cover A. Let's go wrap that up. Source Point Press, Darling, number 4, cover B. Runes, number 3. Suicide Jockeys, number 2. And your cover B. Touching Evil, number 17. And then Unborn, number 1, cover A. Unborn, number 1, cover B. And then Unborn, number 1 actually has a 20 copy incentive variant right here. So that's pretty wild looking, right? It's like, yeah. Okay. G Money, Figure Drawing, good to see you guys. Double O, good to see you too. Hello, beautiful people. All right, so Blade Runner 2029 from Titan, giving us number 8. And then we got a bunch of covers for this one. That was your cover A. Here is your cover B. This one I like. Just cool looking sci-fi art, right? And then Life is Strange, Settling Dust, number 1 of 4. So they just finished up that other Life is Strange book, I think, right? And then they got this one coming up behind it. So here's the Settling Dust, number 1 of 4, cover B. And then here's your cover C. And then here is your cover D. Oh, and then we got a cover E. That's going to wrap that up. Next up is Vault. Human Remains, number 1, cover A. Human Remains, number 1, cover B. Figure drawing my weekend's not so rad, but I am surviving, and I'm thankful for every day above ground. And Adam, I got an answer for you there, my friend. If you, Adam, were to open up a brick and mortar shop and you had people who had their fingers on the pulse of the comic community, and you follow a couple of podcasts that let you know what to really take a look at for pre-orders closing on their final orders cutoff, I think you'll be all right. And I think a brick and mortar store would be good, but you still have to have an online presence, my friend. You have to do it all. Can't just go half cocked into this world. So here we got Human Remains, number 1, which is your cover B. And this is a wild looking cover because there is apparently a whole bunch of dead stuff going on there. Oh, and then here, if you don't like spiders, well, you're probably not going to like this cover too much because it appears the spiders are eating everybody. So whatever's going on here. Oh, and then this one's kind of cool looking, with the 1 in 30 and the Day of the Dead kind of just drawing on it. But whatever you're doing over there, Vault, you're scaring the crap out of people. And then, of course, you got a 1 in 50 incentive as well. So, going to be a pretty interesting book. And then, of course, here we have Money Shot, number 15. Oh, It said number 15 in the text, but it shows number 14 on the cover. That's fun. That's funny. And then, of course, here is your black bag variant. So, interesting to see why they had the 14 for the picture. Oh, pardon me, it is getting late, and I gotta admit, guys, I am absolutely wiped out. Had a long weekend, but nonetheless, didn't get to get on Spine Ticks last night, but all you guys did a fantastic show, and I caught as much as I could while my eyes were still open. But here we go. Something is Killing the Kids, number 20. So it shows that there's only one book on Boom FOC, and it's Something Killing the Kids, number 20, cover B. And then Valerio Schiti's art, and one of my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy artists. Honestly, he stepped into the Guardians art, and it was consistent for a while. Absolutely loved it. Let's see. Right across from the IMAX Galaxy Theater. Right on. Right on. All right. So, well. Yeah, man. We got to keep on trucking figure drawing. That's all we can do. Yeah, man. All right. So, we got Children of the Plague one-shot. Gollum Walks Among Us, number 2 of a 2 series. Gru meets Tarzan, number 3. Parasomnia, number 4, and they give us a couple of covers on this one. So that's wild, right? Like, if you look at the underside of it, it's... what's going on with, dude walking horseback right there, right? Parasomnia, number 4, cover B. And then here's a book that kind of snuck up on some people. And, of course, if you're a fan of the TV series, you may actually be a fan of the comic books as well. Stranger Things, Tomb of Yearbook. I think I pronounced that right. Cover A. And then you got cover B. And this is obviously going to take place before the previous season. Because, Bob. Or, yeah, whatever season Bob died in. R.I.P. Bob. Yeah, he died in season 2, right? Stranger Things, Tomb of Yearbook, number 1, cover C. All the Goonies homages are there, so pretty cool stuff. And then here is your cover D by Rodriguez. And that's going to wrap it up for Dark Horse. Yeah, I think Sith didn't realize he had a full house, and I couldn't get in for a bit, and he's having a good time, and I wasn't about to ask anybody to get booted off. You guys were having a good show. But Dynamite number 1 got a gold foil edition of The Boys number 1. Now, if you guys also remember that they dropped a Boys number 1 reprint just a couple of like 2 months ago, maybe. I know I picked one up. So this gold foil reprint might have been yet another one to pick. I'm not sure there. It's a spec play, but I don't know how good of a spec play it is. But then we've got Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars, and here is your number 3. Oh, yeah, that was your cover A by Perillo. Here is your cover B by Linsner. Here is your cover C by Miracolo. And then your cosplay. More coloring, more black and white, 15 copy, 20 copy, 25 copy, 30 copy. Well, G-Money, I think you're right. It depends on where he's opening up that business. I think that's going to determine everything. Because, yeah, there's a lot of restrictions out there as far as that goes. But cover J, Perillo Limited Virgin. Linsner Limited Virgin. And then we got the cover L, which is your FOC bonus. And then we got a FOC bonus 7 copy incentive, 11 copy FOC incentive, and then a 21 copy FOC incentive. George R.R. Martin's A Clash of Kings, number 15, cover A, and we get cover B, and then we get a version of cover B as your retail incentive for 10 copies. 20 copy black and white. 25 copy Miller Virgin. Red Sonja, The Price of Blood, number 3, CGC graded Linsner variant. And then we've got CGC graded number 3, the Soydom variant. And then we're on Sonja Versal number 8, cover A by Perillo. And then your cover B by Linsner. Cover C by Jay Lee. Cover D by Yoon. cover E, which is your cosplay, and then cover F, which is your 10 copy, your 15 copy, 20 copy, 25 copy, 30 copy incentive. This is your Lee limited version, your Linsner limited version, your Perillo limited version, and then your FOC bonus Linsner version. 7 copy incentive cosplay, 11 copy FOC incentive Yoon version, and that's going to wrap it up for that one. We're on to Vampirilla. Oh, I'm sorry, Vengeance of Vampirilla. Spiderholic Eddie in the house. Good to see you, man. But here's your CGC graded Vengeance of Vampirilla number 15. And then your Vengeance of Vampirilla number 22, cover A by Perillo. And Ben Oliver delivering the goods that you saw on the thumbnail this evening with a 70s-ish throwback. But here is your Ben Oliver number 22 cover B, your cover C, your cover D cosplay, your 10 copy, your 20 copy, your 25 copy, your 30 copy tint, and your Perillo limited version, your Oliver limited version, your FOC bonus, and then your 7 copy incentive version, your 11 copy FOC incentive, and then your 15 copy incentive. And that's going to wrap it up for Dynamite, which means we're kicking it. We're almost done, everybody. And you stuck through the show, so it's this time. I'd like to have you smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you like the video. And let's talk about some IDW. So yeah, G.I. Joe Real American Hero Yearbook. A Real American Hero Yearbook. Here we go. This is the third one dropped this year, so everybody's talking about how this is the third yearbook, so I don't know what's going on. Besides me yawning, I know what's going on. But the Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and Baroness cover, I have to check it out on the inside, see what goes on. Star Trek Year 5, number 25, cover A. And then here is your, well, let's back it up for a second. So, it's actually pretty cool. It's got all the gaps between the 5th year mission and then the motion picture Return, where he comes back as Admiral Kirk. Star Trek Year 5, number 25, cover B, 10 copy. Star Wars Adventures Ghost of Vader's Castle number 2, and this is your cover A by Francavilla. And then here's your cover B, and all these Jackson books, I remind you to pay attention to the Jackson. Star Wars Adventures Ghost of Vader's Castle 10 copy incentive by Francavilla. Yeah, man, I'm a sleepyhead tonight, man. I'm give out. Had some good honey chicken for Chinese food dinner. It was good, very good. And getting ready for some relaxing day tomorrow. The wife is off of work, kids home from school. It's gonna be fun times. Star Wars Adventures 2021 number 10. And then here's your cover B. I like the cover B. And then your Francavilla 10 copy incentive. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the same, because they do like to change things up. So here's half of that, and then here's the other half. I don't know if they messed it up or they did that intentionally, but if you are into connecting variant sets, then you're definitely going to be wanting to get both of those, the cover A and then the 1 in 10 incentive. So may the odds forever be in your favor. TMNT Ongoing 121 cover A. And they didn't show us anything for the Eastman, but the 10 copy incentive was, of course, available. So another Jenica included on the 10 copy incentive. I'd say this is a win. We're getting more and more Jenicas on the incentive variants, which is how it should be. So the artists are getting on board with her being there. Now, this is a wild, wild homage to an older Transformers book where Ratchet and Megatron get stuck together. It's a wild story. If you don't know the original story, then this is probably not going to make any sense to you, but this is a pretty cool homage right here. And then they did a retail incentive cover instead of doing a B cover. So this is the 10 copy incentive by Livio Ramondelli. So this is pretty good stuff here. So, as you guys know, huge fan of the Shatterglass universe of Transformers. Shatterglass number 2, cover A, Alex Milne. The cover B by Griffith, and then of course your 10 copy incentive by Sarah Petrie du Rocher. Usagi Yojimbo Dragon Below Conspiracy number 4. No variant covers, but of course everybody's saying that this is Rocksteady and Bebop, or it's a homage or a throwback or something like that, or just a way for these characters to appear. That's pretty cool, right? All right, moving on. So this means we are on to Image Comics, and Image Comics is giving us Adventure Man number 5. And I'd like to take this quick moment to shout out Ninth Wonder. If you all didn't go and check out his cover draft from last week, it's a good show. Go check that one on the rewind. And then, of course, Adventure Man number 5. Crossover number 8. And here we go again, everybody. So we're back at it. And here's your cover B by Hutchinson Cates. Not Cates' wife, Megan Hutchinson. Yeah, and of course there's the sword from God Country, and there's the axe from Tomahawk, Atomahawk, whatever you want to call it. Your 25 copy incentive by Jeff Shaw, and then your 50 copy incentive Virgin by Hutchinson Cates. Department of Truth number 13, cover A. And while this one's cool, while this one gets better, I mean, we are getting better, right? This one absolutely takes it. So Maria Lavette, there's a lot of people who said that they didn't like her artwork in her own book. I'm like, I thought it was pretty cool. But she did that Eros Psyche book over at Ablaze, so it's freaky stuff. So if you're not into girls getting freaky, it's probably not something you should be looking at. But that is the book that she did. Here is her cover art, and I have a feeling that Maria Lavette's going to be an artist on the up and coming as far as more variant covers. We'll see. So then we've got Die number 20, which of course has your cover A by Stephanie Hans, and then we've got you cover B. Geiger number 6, second printing, and it says introducing Junkyard Joe on the cover, but do not fall for this. This is just what they are saying on the cover. Junkyard Joe does appear in a previous issue. Good Asian number 5 of a 10-issue miniseries. And then here's your cover B. Sweet Paprika number 2 getting a second printing. Spawn 322 cover A. No artwork for cover B available for the McFarlane art as of yet, but of course it might change in the next hour. And then 322 cover C, which is Barbareri. They didn't have any incentives listed, but that doesn't mean that won't change by tomorrow. Undiscovered Country number 16 cover A, and then Undiscovered Country number 16 cover B by Perel. That's going to wrap it up for them. Final orders due 9/2/21. So this is the DC list from last week that was still remaining incomplete. They didn't complete any of them. So I'm showing you Action Comics. They didn't show a B cover for. Are You Afraid of the Dark Side one shot? Probably gonna be a pretty cool book. Didn't show B. Batman Reptilian. Didn't show the B. Batman Superman cover A. And I didn't show the B cover, but I moved right on to Blue and Gold number 3. And then Checkmate number 4, which is your cover A by Alex Maleev. And they've been pretty consistent with their B cover artist, so I'm going to guess it's probably going to be the same. 1043 for Detective. There's your cover A by Dan Mora. And then your Lee Bermejo, your 1/25 with a Huntress cover. Cover A by Harley Quinn. It's good to reconnect with nature, she says. And then here is your Derek Chu cardstock variant. This is tie into, of course, Fear State. And then, of course, your 1/25 Cal New cardstock variant. Icon and Rocket Season 1, number 3, cover A. And then, of course, the cover B, which wasn't shown. Now, this one messes your head up a little bit, too. Lock and Key, Sandman Universe, Hell and Gone, number 2, one shot. Cover B, cover C. So not only was it not a one-shot, they also gave you 3 covers of the cover B, or the second issue. I think there was only 2 covers of the first issue, but I may be wrong. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom, number 5. And there's your B cover not shown. Oh, look, I left Ninja Scoot still in there. Robin, number 6, which I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. And, of course, the cover B was not shown. Ruby Justice League number 6, cover A by Mirka Andolfo, and of course I could have snuck the cover from the digital for the cover B, but I did not. You can actually read that Ruby Justice League series in its entirety online. Oh, super sleepy. But Superman 78 cover A by Ben Oliver. I'm sorry, Ben Oliver doing an A cover, pretty awesome looking, very realistic there too. And then here is your cover B, Brian Hitch cardstock variant. Superman and the Authority number 4, cover A, and then cover B. Wonder Woman 80th anniversary 100-page spectacular one-shot, cover A, cover B, cover C, cover D by Bruce Timm. The Bartel, which is probably going to be the big one. And then the 100-page spectacular cover F. And then the Cliff Chang, also pretty good. All right, that's amazing too, can't lie. All right, everybody, so this is where it gets real weird. So because DC closed those orders on 9/2 and it's 9/5, you guys missed out on some of those books, I'm sure. So it's definitely going to create some situations with some of those books. So make sure you talk to your stores tomorrow and make sure you put down your orders for the other DC books that you want off of this list right here. But we got Arkham City and the Order of the World, cover A. Cover B by Francisco Mattina, and of course that looks like Azrael there. So interesting stuff going to happen here, I'm sure. Arkham City of the Order of the World number 1, 125 incentive. Double O. Of course, they went up with the McFarlane art right after I finished saving the presentation and getting ready for showtime. But glad it's up. Make sure you guys get your orders in for that one. Comic Boom, how's it going? Batman number 114, cover A, the Jorge Jimenez Fear State A cover. This right here is probably one of the better Ghostmaker variants, but he's DC's Moon Knight. Batman 114 cover C now with the Magistrates 1 in 25 incentive here, looking pretty wild. And it says 1 to 2 players, so it's supposed to be a video game swipe. Oh, yeah, man, I'm lack of caffeine for sure. Drinking non-caffeinated stuff. Batman Catwoman number 8, cover A by Clay Mann, but they didn't show the cover B. But they did show the cover C, which was your Travis Charest. Batman The Adventures Continue Season 2, cover B was shown, so no cover A art. And then Batman The Audio Adventures Special number 1, cover A by Dave Johnson. This was wicked, so they have this cover B, Francis Manapul cardstock variant as well. And then make sure you talk to your stores about those. I have a feeling those are going to be pretty big. Batman the Imposter number 1, cover A by Andrea Sorrentino. He did some pretty cool looking Guardians of the Galaxy variants called the Cosmically Enhanced ones a while back. Batman the Imposter number 1, Bermejo. Batman the Long Halloween Special number 1, one shot. So this is going to be interesting. So this is, I believe, a follow-up to the Batman the Long Halloween, but in a one-shot version. I don't know if it's a reprint, but they got a 125 incentive. I'm pretty sure it's a different story. I didn't read the synopsis enough on it to actually find out all the details in my rampant copy and paste frenzy to get this show together. Batman Urban Legends number 8, cover A, Colleen Duran Fear State variant. Batman Urban Legends cover B, Carrie Randolph variant. Of course, if you are into Signal and some of these other characters, this may be a variant that you want to pick up. Crushing Lobo, number 5. They didn't show any of the other covers for that one. It is the sequel. Awesome. Thank you, Blind Adam. I appreciate that. DC Horror presents Soul Plumber number 1. So another DC Horror book. Soul Plumber. I think it's going to be some dark stuff in here. And then here's your cover B by Tom Neely. And then DC Horror presents The Conjuring, 5 of 5. And here's your Bill Sienkiewicz cover A. And then here is your movie poster card stock variant cover VHS swipe. Green Lantern number 7, cover B. So they didn't show the cover A, but there's your Sinestro guy. Joker presents a puzzle box, number 3, Zdarsky. None of the other covers were shown. Justice League Infinity number 4 of 7. Nice House on the Lake number 5. Nubia and the Amazonian. So everybody, let me just tell you this right now. This right here is probably the DC pick of FOC for 9/12. And you're going to be like, why Ultra? Well, there's going to be this cardstock variant. That's going to be the first piece of the puzzle. And then there's going to be this 1 in 25 incentive by Joshua Sway. All right. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below, everybody, because I think that is an amazing cover. I think the B cover and that 1 in 25 are going to do very well. I think Nubia is owed a lot of storytelling, because I think they've been, just slacking on it. But it's going to be interesting to see Nubia finally getting a title. Yeah, that's right. So here we go, everybody. Suicide Squad number 8 giving you a cover A. They didn't show the cover B, so that's probably going to be a good one. And then Swamp Thing number 8 cover A, Mike Perkins, no cover B. And then here we go again. It's a one-shot, but it's young Diana. Do y'all remember the Legends of the Wonder Woman? Ultra remembers Legends of the Wonder Woman. 6-issue or 6 or 8 issue miniseries or whatever it was. It wasn't a full-on series. But this one-shot appears to have a $9.99 cover price. So be on the lookout for all those, you guys. All right, everybody, we're into the final stretch here. So this is Amazing Fantasy number 3 from Marvel. Dropping the first of the Marvel books on the list this evening. And, of course, Black Widow got her hair in space, which I don't think that's any good for anybody. Amazing Fantasy, the Kari Andrews variant, just a wicked-looking cover. And then, of course, here's your Amazing Fantasy, the Gist variant with, Steve Rogers, basically Barbarian. Black Cat number 10, cover A, Pepe Larraz. So here we have Quantum versus, what's his name? The Time Guy. Quantum versus, Out of Time. Black Cat number 10, Lupacino connecting variant. So all of these connecting variants are going to be connecting all of the Infinity Score. This one right here seems to be doing pretty good. Oh, the backups from the main title. See, Comic Boom, thank you for dropping that knowledge. See, that's fire right there. Black Cat number 10, the Miles Morales variant. This is probably one of the more popular ones because it still looks like your traditional Miles variant, just him wearing a hoodie. I think it's one of the cooler designs. Darkhawk number 2 of 5. And then here is your Ron Lim variant. Very Machine Man, right? Everybody remember Machine Man? I think that's exactly what it's homaging. And then Darkhawk number 2, the Shalfleet variant, which is I believe it's your 1 in 25 incentive variant cover. Darkhold Alpha number 1. So here we go, everybody. We're getting some Doctor Doom and some Scarlet Witch on some crazy magic stuff. And here is the Cabal Stormbreakers by Juan Cabal. And then here is your Smallwood variant, which replaces Doctor Doom with good old Scarlet Witch. Here is your Tormey Design variant. And then here is your Super Log variant cover. Wow. There's a lot going on here, Doom. I don't know what you did, but it looks like there's a lot of the Avengers that are kind of been altered by the Darkhold. Just saying. All right, so Extreme Carnage Omega. Everybody ready for the final series of the Extreme Carnage run? Because I know that they got the Toxin one-shot coming out next, but then the supervillain is apparently Venom. This is crazy. What's going on here? So we're going to find out more of what's going on in Extreme Carnage, I guess, in the Omega book. But that Venom, this is weirding me out. Like they're gonna switch something up on us, and we didn't see it coming. But either that, or it's an Eddie Brock story before Dylan took over. That's all I'm going to say there. But this Extreme Carnage, the Johnson connecting variant of Silence, and then your Liefeld Deadpool 30th anniversary. I actually think this looks pretty awesome. It's got Deadpool Punch and Carnage. And then we got the Scotty Young variant cover. I'm not even sure this even happens in this book, but I do know it should, where they all come together. That's wild. And then here is your Shavli variant for this one, but this one right here, the Symbiote variant, finally has a cool looking logo, unlike the other Symbiote variants that have just been like the goo drips. This is going to be your 1 in 50 incentive, but I have a feeling it's going to be heavily ordered. There's probably going to be a ton of store exclusives, and all of these these 50 copy incentives have been doing like $35 or less. So they haven't even been hitting ratio. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe people are just distracted with other things going on. But of course, they decided, yeah, we're going to end the Spider-Man crossover. At the same time, we're going to give you another big X-Men crossover. So here's Inferno number 1, the Art Germ variant, The Mark Brooks wraparound variant to complement the matching books that were the House of X and Powers of 10 #1 Mark Brooks variants. Amazing right there as well. Mark Brooks is just killing it on this cover as well. But look who's down. We've got Wolverine down. We got Jean Grey down. We've got Gambit down. And then, of course, there's some people down in the background, too. So something's going on. It's gonna be a bit of a shakeup, I think. So we'll see what goes on with that. Jeff DeCall killing it here. Obviously, this is not one of his best, but definitely a pretty good one. Yeah, that wraparound, though, right? And then the Silva Homage variant. Peach Momoko. Then we've got the Vega variant. And then here's our small ratio. So they're going to make this one your smaller incentive ratio. There's your Stormbreakers, and then your Art Germ 1 in 100 incentive Virgin variant. A lot of people was too drunk to order these, Mel said, but hey, Mel, it's not time. It's not too late now. You go get that order in. And of course, if you guys are watching Drunken Chat, you know Lucas does the pull box. You can of course order through him if you are not able to get these through your LCS. Ken Conquer #1 going second print. So pretty cool there. And then, of course, as I stated in previous secret variant, the FOMO passed. Mel doesn't want 3 of those Art Germs any longer, everybody, so your chances just went up. Miles Morales, Spider-Man #30. And here's the thing. He appears in this costume in 29. They have a second print in 29 with him on the cover. Comes out a week before this one. So I'm sorry, Marvel, but if you had delayed it and made them both come out in the same day, you'd probably be okay. But you're going to cause a lot of people to chase that 29 second print over the 30. Miles Morales Spider-Man 30, the 10th anniversary variant with him and Gwen. Here's your design variant of his new costume. And then there's a Pacelli variant that they didn't show the artwork for yet, but be on the lookout for that one coming soon. Moon Knight #2 getting a second print from probably one of the coolest parts of the story if you read issue 2. And then Nonstop Spider-Man #5. And your Kyle New variant for this one, but this one is not a store exclusive. This one is, of course, a ratio. Star Wars Wars of the Bounty Hunter continues to be crossed over. So look, it's Darth Vader chasing after Luke. So in the previous issue that had Luke with the yellow lightsaber looking at a man, I don't even know. This is just crazy stuff going on. I really want to know if there's any of that going on inside the book. But these blueprint variants have been pretty cool, showing the different blueprints of the different ships. And then, of course, this right here is probably going to be one of the cooler Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variants. But this right here, your Obi-Wan versus Anakin Skywalker. Oof. And then, of course, we got a Star Wars action figure variant, so you know I'll be on the hunt for that. Raza. Yo, Mel wants me to do a Raza Spec Matrix, but we would need an entire Drunken Chat episode just to dedicate to him. So I'm just being serious. This Raza cover probably going to be a pretty big hit with a lot of people. I appreciate that you have gently caressed that like button, sir. Thank you, Browd Sheldon Esquire, fellow Bergen County native of New Jersey. And hey, Brad, I'm going to drop a name for you. Wenzel's Bakery, Bergenfield. Star Wars High Republic #8 second printing variant, of course, and then of course Star Wars Bounty Hunters #3 second printing variant, giving us a couple of second prints back in. So this is Kira, Han Solo's love interest from the first movie, from the Han Solo film. So yeah, interesting stuff there. Sword #8, and then the Sword #8. Russell Dauterman dropping more fire on these timeless variants. Yeah, well that's cool. If you're partial to Butterflake, the other one was family. So Sword #8 right here. The Dauterman variants, of course, as you guys know, Dauterman has done these Through the Ages variants for Jean Grey, for Rogue, which is the Excalibur #18. Shout out to who's got that? Darth Lopez. Darth Lopez is the only dude who I know who was on point with picking those up, and they are hard to come by. But then they also just dropped that Psylocke one had Psylocke and Quanon on it, and then you got the Storm one here to complete the set. If he's going to continue to do these, I'd expect you guys to keep tabs on the earlier ones, just because. The Marvels #5. The Marvels number 5 with the Asrar variant. Another good Storm variant cover. Thor number 17. Thor number 17, Todd Miles variant. I still don't understand why they did so many different styles of his costume, but whatever. Anyway, Winter Guard number 2 of a 4-issue miniseries. I'm kind of interested to see how this one pans out. And of course, here we got a Yelena Belova versus the Red Widow on the cover here of the Medina variant. And then the final book for the list this evening with a pretty cool looking A cover, Wolverine number 16. Here's your Coman-Coley variant. So these are all Solemn appearances, and Solemn hasn't appeared for a while, so we're getting back into it. But Wolverine number 16 with the Miles Morales variant. So here, again, another different variation on Miles colors. That's going to wrap it up, everybody. So if you liked any of the books that you saw on this list right here and you really think people should know about them, leave me a comment below. Make sure you get your orders into your LCS. Tell them that you want to order these books, and it'll increase your chances. Not guarantee them, because of course allocations can occur, but it'll definitely increase your chances of getting a majority of these books in your pull box when you arrive there on comic book release day. I hope you enjoyed the show. I do want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into the Secret Variant. It does make this show very interactive, very special, and I like doing this for you guys, but I want you to stand by for a second while I give thanks to some people. So first off, to Eric Kurd for that wonderful logo, making sure you do subscribe. So the Secret Variant next episode will be going down as usual. The Ultra Box giveaway still on point as soon as we broach that 1,000 subscribers, and you guys are doing an amazing job of sharing the page, so I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to tune in to the Mighty Mel V channel for Drunken Chat, 12:30 a.m. on Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, same day, different time zone. And thank you, Thunder, for tuning in, and of course for you know what, the Spec Matrix, of course, that I drop on its Drunken Chat is always full of fire. And don't forget to check out some of our friends over here in the featured channel section. Of course, Discovery Bay, Spine Ticks, Team Nerd Herd, Mighty Mel V, Comic Crusaders, and then of course Newbie, Nirvana, The Ninth Wonder, and Hood Rat. Y'all do good content. Make sure you subscribe to those guys too. We got to keep everybody in the comic community. We got to get everybody up over that 1,000 mark so we can get them all, you know, at least get them super chats active. I mean, that's one of the best things about it, right? But monetization, being able to sell ads on Google, even if it's only minuscule stuff. But you know, once one of your boys goes viral and gets on, he's going to put everybody else on too, because that's how it is. Geek Driven in the house. Good to see you, my man. And of course, I'll be doing a Whatnot sale, just don't know when. And I'll be getting around to it. But again, follows are always appreciated. You guys can follow me at every one of these spots on the main channel page. You can click the Twitter link, the Facebook link, the IG link, and even follow me on eBay if you really want to. Tag me when you see stuff newsworthy on IG and Twitter and Facebook. I really appreciate you doing that. Helps me make the Presser a better show every week. And I do want to again thank you all for watching. Subscribe, leave me a comment if you're watching on the rewind. Don't forget to like and share, and I will see you all next week. Peace.